Good morning, guys. Bill McMillan here with NDWX.com. A little bit after 7 o'clock as we record this video update for you Tuesday morning, and a lot to discuss this morning. We'll start off with the short term, but we'll finish the video update with a look at the meteorological fall season. Some updated data is beginning to stream in, and indications continue to suggest we're going to get off to a rather fast start to the fall season and open up cooler than normal as well. But before that, we'll take a look at the forecast radar here, and while moisture will increase today, it may be enough to kick up a shower or thunderstorm across north-central portions of the state this afternoon. Those would drift south. Let me back up here. Sorry, guys. Those would drift south into central portions of the state this evening. I think most of us stay dry, but one or two neighborhoods could pick up a thunderstorm this evening. Better coverage of showers and thunderstorms will increase as we go through Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, and a couple of these could be strong with some locally heavy downpours, and scattered to numerous thunderstorms will continue Thursday as a cold front enters the picture. The Storm Prediction Center does include most of the state under a marginal risk of severe weather Thursday. As far as rainfall goes, this is not going to be a uniform rain event. Unfortunately, this is an output through Thursday afternoon. You get the idea that probably widespread rains of about a ½ inch is about all we can expect, but there'll be some locally heavier downpours of amounts well over 1 inch where those stronger thunderstorms develop. All in all, though, not a major severe weather event and not a significant heavy rainfall event either. We'll put the GFS into motion here, and it'll show that cold front entering the picture tomorrow, or Thursday, I should say, before we wrap up the work week on a very pleasant note with lower humidity and dry conditions. An upper-level disturbance will pass over the state late Saturday into Sunday with a shower chance, but this won't be a big deal, and then we should wrap up the weekend Sunday evening with dry conditions returning. There is a window of opportunity for some late-season heat to get in here early next week, but it's going to be transient and isn't going to last. That said, a couple of days early next week could reach 90 or the low 90s across central Indiana, but it's not going to last as another cold front enters the picture the middle parts of next week, and that's going to get us into a much more refreshing time of things as we go through the latter half of next week. That kind of sets the stage for what we feel will be an unseasonably cool close to August and open to September. Before we get to that point, though, the European ensemble does show that window of opportunity for some 90-degree type heat in here early next week. Potentially summer's last fling, if you will, because some of the longer-term data that is trickling in really is bullish on getting fall off to a fast start across the central portion of the country. Meteorological fall is September, October, and November. And some of the data continues to suggest we really look at an unseasonably cool period developing as early as September. European weeklies were very bullish on not only the cool but the sustained type cool pattern developing across the central portion of the country. And the JMA is really not too far from that camp either. This is a look at the forecast September upper air pattern, and you notice the tendency for that northwest and western ridge. Also some indication, and I agree with this too, that the northeast may be in a warm pattern as well relative to normal, but the central portion of the country certainly open for a seasonal to slightly below normal type regime in September. And then as we stretch this out and factor in September, October, and November, you get the idea that meteorological fall here across the central portion of the country may run cooler than normal. Guys, a lot more to look at. We'll do that this week and in the coming weeks, of course. Starting to get fun here again as we get closer and closer to fall, and then obviously we know what looms after that. Make it a great Tuesday. Thank you as always for logging on to NDWX.com. We'll talk with you soon.